Hello, we're going to go through the basics of advisor training in its simplest form just to give you an overview of everything that's involved, or really the main points of what's involved. So the simplest form of advisor training is five things. One is the initial enrollment, and there's some steps that you're going to be taking to enroll a student. The second thing is the evaluation of a student's placement test if they're below high school, or their transcripts if they're in high school. The third thing is recommending curriculum and having a conversation with the family about curriculum, and then placing the warehouse order for the curriculum or setting them up in online curriculum. Supporting the family throughout the year is the fourth thing, via phone and email, making adjustments as needed. And then the last thing is generating report cards at the end of each semester and transcripts at the end of the year and as needed. So the first thing we're going to talk about today in this session is, actually I want it to be initial enrollment, but that one decided to pop up. Initial enrollment. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to Caselli, and I'm going to show you the steps that are involved in the initial enrollment. Okay, so here we are over in Caselli, and this is our customer management system. This is where we get our emails, make notes about students, really everything kind of goes through Caselli. So daily you'll be in Caselli, and when a new student comes to you, you will see this message, a new task, and you'll see the student's name has been assigned to you. So you can click on that and read it, but basically that's just going to say it's time to go and take care of this student. And here's his contact ID. So what I would do is I would copy that out to make it easy to look him up. And I would go over to my contacts, click on contacts, and that will take me into my contact search so I can find the student. Okay, then when I get to my contact screen is shown up, I can paste that contact ID in there, tell it I'm searching by contact ID, and that will locate the student for me. There he is. This is a demo student, so it's not going to look exactly like, mainly it's just not going to have all the information that would have been recorded by admissions. Over here in the notes section, you would see some notes from admissions and finance about payment being taken, and if there are any notes from admissions, special information about the student that's important for you to know, you'll see it here as well. So your first step is, once you get to this contact screen, is you're going to want to look at the eShop, look at the eShop transaction, see what they purchased, see if they purchased, which package they purchased, if they're going a la carte or course by course, or if they purchased a package. So you can click on that to bring up the eShop receipt. The next thing you want to do is to add any tags. This should already come through tagged with our current school year, but if it doesn't, it's easy to add tags simply by clicking on the Tags tab, and then you can scroll down and add tags. I am going to add a tag for school year 2011-12. Just by clicking on the plus sign, that'll add the tag. And then once tags are added, you can take them off simply by unclicking them. You may want to add a tag. In fact, I recommend that you add a tag for all of your students so they're easy to find. So if you don't already have an available tag here, just let your team leader know and make sure you get one. Also, you want to add them to a broadcast list. This makes it easy to email all of your students. So again, if you don't see a broadcast list with your name, just let your team leader know and we'll add it. Often, just while we're here with the broadcast list, students will withdraw. They'll get these bulk emails. They'll want to be taken off. It's easy to take them off just by going to their contact ID, clicking on broadcast, and minusing out that broadcast list. Okay, so you go to your student, you add tags, you read notes. You'll notice that this student has been added to a follow-up campaign. This was a campaign that was started when they were assigned to you. So this is the Assign New Advisor follow-up campaigns. We use a lot of different ones. You'll probably also see an eShop campaign. That's part of their payment process. If you click on that little box there, you can see the steps in this particular campaign, that they would have received an email from you already welcoming them. This is a task that was sent to you to notify you that you had a new student. This task notified the office assistant that there was a new student so that they can make files and add them to the advisor trail. And this is an email that goes out to the student to send them the enrollment checklist and also some spelling test forms. And you can see all the emails just by clicking on history. And then here's the emails that went out automatically when it was assigned to you, and it will be signed by you as well. So here's a welcome email introducing you and asking them to go to the spreadsheet. Is kind of a course pre-selection spreadsheet, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Giving you some orientation lessons. For online advisors, this is the email they'll get. Traditional advisors won't have these orientation lessons. And then it'll be signed by you at the bottom. Okay, and then this is the second email that they get, and this is just a checklist. They also get some affidavits. It's just kind of like some helpful things they can have if they need to submit a transfer of home educated courses. There's the spelling test and the getting started checklist for online students. Traditional students will get a different one. Alright, so this one will also be signed by you, and it looks like this. Alright, so that is the first step, going into Gazzelli, taking a look, adding tags, adding the broadcasts, and then, actually I'm going to backtrack here just a little bit. If you're a traditional advisor, the email that goes out from you, if they're a high school student, will tell them that you need their transcript. And if they are an elementary student, there's an that welcome email will give them all the instructions that they need to take the placement test. So they will already have what they need to log into Performance Series and take the placement test. And your job from that point will be to track them and to log into the Performance Series program every day and check the progress of their placement tests. Okay, I've jumped up over here to our Google Doc. This is how we track our students' progress through the enrollment process. Each advisor down at the bottom, well, we've got some tabs with advisor names. Wait for them to show up here. Okay, so the first page is a summary where we're keeping account of each advisor's total students and account of their status in the placement process and their total outstanding students. These are students that have not had their curriculum shipped yet. And then we keep our enrollment statistics over here. So down here at the bottom, you will have a tab with your name. And when you click on it, you will see the date that they were added. The status is what we use to update that summary on the front page. 3 means their curriculum has shipped. 2 means that you've prepared or spoken to them about the curriculum, and 1 means they've just enrolled and you're waiting for placement tests or you're waiting for transcripts. So you can each advisor can sort this however they want. You can sort it by status. So you can take a look at all of your students that you're waiting on, that you're waiting for something, waiting for a transcript up here at the top. And then these are all the 2 you're waiting for a response. They've got to agree on curriculum, or you're waiting for a scheduled phone call so that you can talk to them about curriculum. And then 3 is everyone that you've already set up and their curriculum has shipped. Okay, so this is our advisor trail. The assistants, office assistants, will add students to the trail as soon as they come to you, as soon as they're enrolled, so you won't need to do this. You'll see them in your trail when they enroll. Okay, so that's the initial enrollment, and that's going to be part 1 of this program on advisor training and just kind of the basic steps, the basic job description of an advisor. So next you want to watch part 2, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.